I ran through Nick's robot for 5 months and withdrew over $1,000 from it. Let me show you how this robot did it. I want to put out this disclaimer before we go any further. This is not a sales pitch, this is not a suggestion, and this is not a promotional video for this robot. If this is your first time watching a review episode of this robot, I would advise you to go and watch all of the previous episodes that has been created on this robot. Otherwise, if you're gonna watch this robot going from this episode forward, it's just gonna be unfair to your judgment. In the end, these videos aren't even made for your judgment. It is just so that we can see, does this robot perform as Tronique have advertised it to perform? With that said, let's head on over to the platform to see what this robot is currently doing. Yep, so as you guys can see, we are currently on the platform, and the reason why I am up here is because I don't want you to have a missed view of anything, so I must stay out the way here at the top. Currently, as you guys can see, this robot entered a trade yesterday, and I am in big drawdown, right? Currently, the minus is running at minus $26, and it is this minus $25 plus swap, because like I said, this trade was opened yesterday already. Now, there is a couple of things that I do want to show you, and those things we can find in the account history, so let's head on over there. Let me just expand this. Boom. So this few trades that was taken here, and this is why I'm telling you guys, if this is your first time watching a review episode on this robot, please go and watch the other ones, all of the other ones, because there's a whole lot of criticism and a whole lot of conversation around these trades that you guys would have missed, that if you didn't listen carefully to it, you wouldn't know what was happening there. But to summarize it up for those that have watched it, as you guys may know, when we first got the robot, and it took the first trade on the 19th of June, and the trades after that, we told Tronique, but listen, you are selling this robot for so much money. How long is it going to take for people to recoup what they have invested if this thing is constantly making $1, $2, $3, $4, and also it's making that little amount of money for what it's risking? And if this thing turn around, when to go hit stop loss, there's going to be a lot of trouble in that account. So what happened was, and I don't want to take all of the credit for it because him and his team put in the work, they told people, but listen, no trading. This robot is going to stop trading for a while. We are going to make updates to this robot, and we will send those updates to you when we are done. Now, when you take a look here at the account history, you will see that the last trade was taken the 26th of June. We closed that manually in a loss because that is what they told us, and it isn't a big loss. It's like both of the trades were like $2. But the next trades that this bot took was the 25th of August. A whole month this thing didn't, a whole 2 months actually, this thing didn't trade, and they were working on it. And I can remember the amount of complaints that came his way. I can remember the hard times that the clients gave him, and I was also one of the people that obviously gave him a hard time, because I was like, wow, my bro, this robot is going through so many updates. It has more updates than it has made profits, and I don't understand why anyone would want to buy this robot. So he got a little fumed by it. He went back to the drawing board, and like I said, the very first trade that was made was on the 25th of August. That trade went to take profit, right? And a whole lot of trades thereafter went to take profit. And on the 4th of September, I was able to make the very first withdrawal, right? Now, this withdrawal I made to fix my car, right? And then thereafter, we had another take profit. And then we had one stop loss of $47, right? Thereafter, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 take profits, right? And then a manually closed trade. Thereafter, on the 2nd of the 10th month, I withdrew $244, right? Thereafter, another take profit was hit. I withdrew a $49 after there. Thereafter, another take profit was hit, and I made two withdrawals then. One of $50, one of $100, right? Thereafter, another take profit was hit, and then this trade was closed prematurely because, hey, I needed money, and I closed that trade so that I could make another withdrawal on the 20th of the 10th month. Now, you guys must understand now, for the 10th month, let me count it up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 withdrawals so far that I've made for the 10th month, right? Now, going on, there was another trade, $15 closed prematurely, but I didn't need money there, so I didn't make that withdrawal. We had another take profit, and then that together is obviously $65. Withdrew that on the 8th of the 11th month, right? Another take profit was hit. I withdrew that, $47. You guys must understand, sometimes the trades are open for more than 2 days, right? So then swap gets involved, and that chows into the profits a little bit. Another take profit got hit, and as you guys could have guessed, I withdrew that money. Then another trade, $30, and I desperately needed money. I think it was like for petrol or something. I withdrew that. Two trades most recently ran. I closed it in one in $41, one in $23, and together that made it $65, and I withdrew that as well. Now, I must be honest here and say that I sabotaged myself, not in the sense of yes, in the sense that I got involved actually to close trades prematurely, because all of these trades, right, when you look at the take profit levels, right, and to the lowest point that the market actually dropped, you will see that this let's just go to a higher time frame. You will see that this is the lowest point so far that the market has dropped. Oh, I actually marked it out already because I was wondering that like earlier already, like, yo, so I would have hit all of the take profits clean if I just left it, right? So the lowest point that the market actually dropped to, let me just get that value there, is 3946. 3946, right? Keep that in mind quickly. 3946. Now let's look at the trades that I closed manually, right? TP 4107. The lowest the market dropped, 3946. That definitely would have been triggered if I just left it. TP level 4166. The lowest level that the market dropped to, 3946. That TP most definitely would have been triggered. 4124. This TP would have been triggered. This TP would have been triggered. This TP would have been triggered. And this TP would have been triggered. Now, when I look at the opportunity that I deprived myself, because you guys must understand, all of this money comes to me, right? The opportunity that I deprived myself, of course, I could have made way more money here, is that this account was started on $300, right? And when it took the first trade, as you guys can see, it took the first trade on 0.5. Ne? Now, if I didn't make that withdrawal, the $300 withdrawal, my account total would have been what? $600, which means I can now raise my lot size from 0.5 to 1.0, and I would have made way more money there. This is just wishful thinking speaking, and also if I applied proper patience that needs to be applied when trading a robot. So when you look at the wins and the loss factors, you will see that, okay, these aren't actually losses because it is stop losses that was triggered in profits, and it is actually trail stops. But when you look at the loss factor here, you will see that only one stop loss got triggered. Again, guys, again, I'm not making this up. This is not a promotional video. This is not a suggestion. This is not a promo. This is not a sales pitch. Nothing. This also isn't doctored because I can go out, go back in, and you guys will most definitely see the exact same stuff. One loss. And you guys must also understand now, when you look at episode 1 to 3, I was really against this robot. And so far, this robot has been proving me wrong. Trade for trade for trade for trade for trade. One thing that I wanted to do was just do this quickly, because after the update, and I also want people to just realize this. If we didn't review this robot, and if we didn't give Trunique the criticism that he needed throughout this phase, maybe this wouldn't have been created. And this just doesn't benefit me. It benefits his clients as well. Right? So after the update, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh fuck, I lost count. Let me just start over. Fuck, sorry guys. Let me make this bigger. Okay, after the update, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 trades, right? It took in this span of after the update and where we are now. And out of that 25 trades it took after the update, only one lost on my account. And I am also wanting to mention this because I feel maybe more wins would have came, or maybe more losses would have came. But we must also take into consideration ESCOM. And there's times that I see people in the group, they're taking profits. But I can't participate because it's load shedding. When they say, have someone entered a trade, has someone's robot opened a trade yet? I see this and I'm like, yes, so load shedding. This thing can't enter trades yet. So there's that factor as well, hindering a whole lot of potential of this robot. So we still have a few months left of testing. And I just wanted to say this thing is doing really great so far. This is good results for a 5 months period, and having considered that the deposit was $300. So before I go, for those that didn't take math, I just wanted to balance this out quickly because some of you might ask, oh, but the profit is $988 and Rydall managed to withdraw $1,000. Where does that extra $100 come from? Well, as you guys can see, again, the profit is $988. I withdrew $1,088. But if you take into consideration the deposit was $300 and the balance right now is $200. So that means I withdrew $100 extra. Otherwise, the balance that you see here, let me just lower this for a bit quickly. Boom. Otherwise, the balance that you see here would have still been $300. And the reason why I did that was also to just see, would this thing survive on a $200 account because there's someone in the Cash Out Wealth System group, which is a group for clients of this robot. This person only deposited $190. He didn't withdraw anything. And I think he's in profits over $1,300 or so. I'll just have to recheck that again. But I know it's over $1,000 and he hasn't touched a single cent of that money. So I think for December, yeah, I might just still make a couple of withdrawals for December because, as you guys may know, like a bride here and there and so forth. But from January, I wanna let this thing run unencumbered, without me getting involved, without me making any withdrawals. And with every $300 that gets added, I'm just gonna up the lot size a little bit just to see if this thing will do what, based on the results I am theorizing, right? And I mean, if it's gonna do that, that will be a hectic payout for me at the end of it all. But yeah, just a little on the past. As you guys can see, here's also the history that is visible of these trades, where it shows the open and the closing levels. So yeah, this robot has been quite busy. I'm impressed, and I must say, Trunique, your guts to allow me to test this thing and to review it. Now it's nogal big, and judging from your confidence, I could have thought that Keke and I, maybe you have something that is good, so let me give it a go. And so far, I haven't been disappointed. Yeah, I'm keen to see on what this robot is gonna do in the future, and I believe that should this thing do what I'm theorizing it to do, I am gonna make a liquor cut into that profits, and I will donate it to some of the viewers, because you guys have also supported me for a very long time, even on these reviews. If there's people out there with robots that needs their robots tested and reviewed, we are here. We are here. There is a few requirements. Get in touch with me, and I actually think all of you guys that has robots should take me up on that offer so that people can see if these robots are doing what you guys are saying it is doing, or if you are just making a living off the sales. Having said that, I'll see you guys in my next review episode. Cheers.